So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Lane Faith Hewart, and I am the Executive Director at New Mexico MESA. And we are joined today at this 12 o'clock workshop presentation by undergraduate students who will be working on the AFRL Summer Research Internship Program out of New Mexico Tech, who we work closely with. This is our opportunity to recruit and have a chance for students to ask questions about what the summer program is about, what they're going to be doing. We're really hoping to get students interested in and join this program. It sounds like an invaluable opportunity. There will be a stipend paid by AFRL, and then another one paid by MESA to help with travel costs and food costs for students who are participating this summer. So this meeting is recorded. We will be putting this up on our website or our YouTube channel so that you can review it again later. There will be I take that back. There will be 8 sessions in total of this presentation so that we could catch students at different times if possible to be able to be live here. And so I will now turn this over to Jet Ems, and I'm sorry, I don't know the other person's name. I'm sorry, who's doing the presentation. And so I wasn't trying to exclude you in any way. So thanks for joining us. But I'm going to turn over to Jet and his colleague, and they can provide you with some information on what MESA is trying to do today to help get students recruited.
Thank you. So I'm Jet. I'm one of the undergraduates here.
I'm Rachel, and I'm also an undergraduate here at NMT.
And we both do work for Dr. Curtis O'Malley, and we'll be hopefully be mentors for this AFRL program. So with the program, this is we want to extend this program out and talk about why people should apply to start off. This is a good opportunity to get to dip your toes into research, especially research dedicated to robotics. Everything we will be doing this summer will be dedicated specifically to creating some kind of mechatronic system and looking at automating it. And now, what does all this entail? This entails being able to work some normal work hours during the summer. Currently it's being looked at working a 30-hour week for 6 weeks during the summer. And the current schedule, and this is subject to change, is looking at about 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. About every Monday to Thursday, yes, give or so. And in this time, you'll be looking at, like I said, doing some kind of robotics research. We're right now looking at ways to navigate a maze automatically, or scanning different environments, or trying to determine obstacles that are in an arena, and figuring out, finding a way to distinguish between different types and coming up with a way to attack them or neutralize them. So with this research opportunity, what will students gain? Students will be able to gain some research experience at the college level. They'll be able to work with us and with the professors that we work with to be able to gain some real world experience in what goes into research. You'll also be able to gain some experience with working with a team, working with your peers, and being able to collaborate with others. And like I said, you're also going to have the chance to work with us and be able to see how college students basically see what we do every single day of our lives. Now, with this, it comes the research environment that you will be working in. All this research that will be happening on campus here at New Mexico Tech in Socorro. So you'll be able to see the campus, see a bit of the college life during the summer, and kind of see how a university works compared to, say, a high school works. Now, like I mentioned previously, you will be working with a team. This is probably one of the biggest takeaways that you'll get from this experience, is how do I work with others in a controlled environment to be able to produce some kind of product. And with these, we're talking about design, coding, manufacturing, working together to try and accomplish these goals. Another thing that you will be gaining from this is your own problem solving skills. You're going to be able to sharpen them and learn how to overcome challenges. A lot of times with research, we always run into some kind of roadblock. that we need to look at it from a different angle. We need to come up with a creative solution. This is going to be a good time to be able to experience that, and hopefully be able to allow you to see that before going into, say, the actual workforce, where you're going to be experiencing that on a daily. Another thing, definitely, one of the important things you do gain from this is the mentorship part. Like I mentioned, you'll be working with us and some other undergraduates as well, and be able to pick our brains, see what does it mean to be a college student, because it's definitely a lot different from being in high school. And personally, I would have liked an opportunity like this myself when I went from high school to college, of just, hey, what do you do? How's that change like? Because you definitely go from a schedule where you're given the schedule every single year to, yep, good luck, make your own. And definitely being able to work with us, we are here to help you out, and we do have someone, one of the mentors is dedicated to helping you guys out and being able to figure out how to navigate college. Like what was previously stated, there is the stipend for this program, where there is the travel stipend done by the MESA program, as well as the stipend that you will be given for your research done by AFRL themselves. And I believe that's it of the short presentation.
So with that, that's a great presentation. Thank you. A good overview, way better than getting just a flyer to look at. Mr. Bennett, is there any questions from your classroom or anything that might come up that you all might have for these students before we stop the recording?
So are students expected to drive this to Socorro every day, or there's some kind of dorms or something like that?
They would be driving to Socorro, so it would be student ability to be able to make it to Socorro if they can. We were trying to figure out other ways to help with the transportation issue, since they would need reliable transportation to be able to get to and from campus. I believe Dr. O'Malley was talking about being able to do some days on campus, and then there would be at least one day where they would not have to travel.
Now, non-travel, they'd be virtual or just not a
It would be
day?
virtual for them.
Okay.
But they would still be paid. The stipend is actually like a whole lump sum for their stipend. With the MESA stipend, with the stipend that we're going to help to cover food and travel costs, and I'm trying to work to get that increased from 500. I'm doing some fundraising for that right now. Is we would pay half of that up front to be able to help them cover their gas cost if they have to travel, like take a car down, or if there's a shuttle that goes to Socorro, or if they're coming from on the rail. I don't think a rail runner stops in Socorro.
Typically for Socorro, I do not know how it is during the summer, but there is the rail runner does go. You can get on the rail runner, take it to Berlin, and there's a shuttle from Berlin to Socorro. I do not. That's during the spring and fall semester, though. I do not know if that still happens during the summer or not. We can look into that.
Okay. And the dates for I do need to state what the dates are. You need to look for that. But the dates for the program would be running from June through July, but taking the first week off from the 4th of July week. So that week of the 4th of July, that first week in July is off. So students would actually be going 8 weeks into this program. Are there any other questions that anybody can think of?
I have a question, and I think the answer is probably in my email somewhere, but it might help for everyone watching this. What's the first step for applying or getting going if you're a student wanting to do this?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, if I'm a student wanting to do this, what's the next step, or what's the first step for making this happen, for applying, that sort of thing?
So you should have, students should have received, their teachers should have gotten an email from us that shows the flyer, and the flyer has hyperlinks on it to the application. And the application You can give it a crack at it if you're feeling really confident as a student that you can complete the application. We will be hosting for anybody who is not feeling confident. These first 2 weeks are our recruitment weeks where these students where Rochelle and Jet are helping with this recruitment process of explaining what the program is going to be about. And then we're going to start hosting workshops. We'll do 1 day virtually for 2 weeks. We'll do 2 days virtually and 2 days in person here at the New Mexico Tech Albuquerque offices. We'll do them in person for 2 days and then virtually for 2 days and record those sessions on how to complete the application if you want some assistance with that. And then once the applications are sent in, AFRL reviews them and will send out invitation letters to students to for the next step in the process, which would be to complete a presentation, and then they will also be interviewed as well. And so we'll help you with every step along the way that we can. So we would help with that part as well. How to get your presentation together, if you want to practice your presentation, if you want to do interviews like mock interviews, we could help with that as well. And Anita, our statewide, our deputy director, statewide coordinator, events coordinator, is also working on getting Department of Workforce Labor is going to be doing some skill building, like job interview, skill building workshops for us in the future. And so we should have some of that information available to you if you're interested in being able to do those workshops as well. Does that answer the question? Cool. Anything else pop up in anyone's mind? Okay, if nobody has any other questions, nothing else necessary at this time, I will go ahead and stop our recording.